Yeah. They say the first breath is the hardest, but they don't tell you that the second breath is harder, and the third, and the thousand. Because every time I inhale, I'm reminded that I'm inhaling without you. And that feels like a crime. Let's go. I wake up in the morning and I reach for your side, but the sheets are cold. The bed is wide and I forget for a second, just a fraction of time, that you're not here, that you're not mine. And then the memory crashes like a wave on the shore, and I can't breathe anymore. My chest gets tight, my lungs collapse. I'm gasping for air, I'm counting the gaps between the beats of my heart that's still trying to survive, while everything inside me is dying inside. They say just breathe, just take it slow, but they don't know what I know, that every breath I take without you is a breath that I'm faking, a breath that ain't true. Cause my lungs were made to breathe you in, now they're just empty, paper thin. And I try to fill the void with air, but the air don't smell like you. I try to fill my chest with life, but the life don't feel like you. Every inhale is a reminder of what I used to have. Every exhale is a surrender to a love that couldn't last. I'm learning to breathe without you, one gasp at a time. Every breath feels like a lie, every breath feels like a crime. I'm learning to live without the air they used to fill my lungs. Now I'm just a hollow chest with a voice that can't be sung. I'm learning to breathe without you, but I don't know how. Cause you were the oxygen that kept me alive somehow. And now I'm just suffocating in a world that's full of air. Learning to breathe without you, it's more than I can bear. I remember how you'd hold me in the middle of the night, and I breathe you in so deep, I'd hold you tight. Your scent was my medicine, your touch was my cure. Now I'm just an addict, desperate and unsure how to function, how to move, how to take a step. Without the oxygen of love that I once kept in a cage inside my ribs, a vault inside my chest. Now it's just a museum of a love that couldn't rest. I try to replace you with the air in the room, but the air is just air. It smells like my doom. It don't have your warmth, it don't have your grace. It's just empty space in an empty place. And every time I breathe, I feel slip away a little more, a little less with it every single day. And I'm terrified that one day I'll wake up and forget the scent of your love in my cup of coffee in the morning, your hair in my face, and I'll just be a man in an empty space, learning to breathe like a robot, mechanical and cold, forgetting the warmth of the love I used to hold. And I try to fill the void with air, but the air don't smell like you. I try to fill my chest with life, but the life don't feel like you. Every inhale is a reminder of what I used to have. Every exhale is a surrender to a love that couldn't last. I'm learning to breathe without you, one gasp at a time. Every breath feels like a lie, every breath feels like a crime. I'm learning to live without the air that used to fill my lungs. Now I'm just a hollow chest with a voice that can't be sung. I'm learning to breathe without you, but I don't know how. Cause you were the oxygen that kept me alive somehow. And now I'm just suffocating in a world that's full of air. Learning to breathe without you, it's more than I can breathe. But maybe this is the healing. The inhale that hurts, the exhale that feels like a confession. Maybe every breath I take without you is a step toward a new kind of life. Not better, not worse, just different, like learning a new language when the only words you knew were written in someone else's soul. So I'll breathe until the pain subsides. I'll breathe until the air feels like mine. And maybe one day I'll wake up and forget that I ever needed you to breathe at all. But today I remember, and I breathe anyway because that's what you do. You breathe even when it hurts, even when it feels like a crime. You just me. So here I am. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Without you, without the scent, without the love that made the air worth breathing. Just me, just me. Since we separated, where do I put them? 'Cause this is here to waste. Just spread them. You're never gonna sell it, just cleaning the stars. So I'll be for the life this, but for the life on within. And it's silly when I breathe without you. Yeah. They told me it gets better. They said time heals all wounds, but they didn't tell me the healing hurts more than the breaking. They didn't tell me that getting better looks a lot like falling apart. Let's go. I thought that healing meant I wake up and be fine. I thought that healing meant I leave your love behind, like a suitcase at the station, like a coat I don't need. But healing ain't that simple, nah, it's more like a bleed that starts when you least expect it, in the middle of a smile, when you're laughing with your friends and you forget for a while that your heart got shattered, that your soul got cracked, and then a memory hits you and there's no turning back. You're crying in the bathroom, you're crying in the car, you're crying at a red light, wondering where you are and who you've become, 'cause you don't recognize the face that's in the rearview with the swollen eyes. They say time heals, but time is a lie, 'cause every single day just fuels the fire of a grief that won't stop burning, a pain that won't subside. Healing looks a lot like crying and I can't hide. And I thought I was getting stronger, I thought I was moving on, but every tear that falls just proves that you're still not gone. Any night I dry my eyes and tell myself I'm fine, but healing looks a lot like crying almost every single time. Healing looks a lot like crying on the floor at 3 a.m. Wishing you were here with me, but knowing that's the end. Healing looks a lot like breaking into pieces on the ground and picking up the fragments when there's no one else around. They say it gets better, they say it gets light, but healing looks a lot like crying every single night. I tried the self-help books, I tried the therapy, I tried to fill the silence with a brand new energy. I went to the gym, I went for a run, I tried to convince myself that I was having fun, but the moment I stopped moving, the moment I sat still, the tears would start to fall like a river down a hill. And I remember your perfume, I remember your laugh, I remember the future that I ripped right in half. And I cried for the man I used to be before you left. I cried for all the promises that I had never kept. I cried for all the little things I didn't even say. And then I'd cry a little more and watch the myself I'm fine, but healing looks a lot like crying. Almost every single time it looks a lot like crying. On the floor at 3 a.m. Wishing you were here with me, but knowing that's the end. Healing looks a lot like breaking into pieces on the ground and picking up the fragments when there's no one else around. They say it gets better, they say it gets light, but healing looks a lot like crying every single night. But maybe the crying is the healing. Maybe the tears are the feeling of something that needs to come out. Maybe the breakdown is the breakthrough, and the pain is just the truth that I loved you and I lost you, and that's okay. That's more than okay. That's human. And maybe every tear I cry is a little piece of you that I'm finally learning to release. Maybe the crying is the peace I've been searching for all along. Maybe crying is where I belong. For now, until the tears run dry, and I can finally say goodbye. So I'll cry until there's nothing left. I'll cry until my eyes are dry, and my chest is empty of the weight I've been carrying for so long. And maybe one day healing won't look like crying. Maybe one day healing will look like smiling. But today I cry, and that's okay. 'Cause every tear is a step closer to the man I'm supposed to be, closer to the man who can live without you. Yeah, a lot like crying, and that's okay. They say you can't run from your problems, but they never told me that the problem would follow me. Step for step, room for room, breath for breath. It doesn't matter where I go, the ghost is always there, waiting. Let's go. I walk through the door and I feel it in the air, the weight of your absence, the weight of your stare, like you're standing in the corner watching me fall. Your ghost is in the silence, your ghost is in the hall. I kick off my shoes, I hang on my coat, but I can't shake the memory that's stuck in my throat. You used to be here, waiting with a smile. Now I just walk through the emptiness, mile after mile. The kitchen still smells like the coffee you made. The bedroom still holds the shadow of the bed where we laid. Your side is still empty, your pillow is cold, and your ghost is still here, a story untold. I turn on the TV to drown out the sound, but your ghost is in the static, your ghost is all around. I pour myself a drink to numb up the ache, but your ghost is in the glass with every sip that I take. And I try to leave it at the door, I try to leave it in the past, but the ghost just follows closer and it's following too fast. I can't escape, I cannot run, the shadow of what we've done. The ghost that follows me home is the only one that's never gone. The ghost that follows me home is the ghost of what we were. It's the echo of your laughter and the silence that occurs every time I to a new place, a fresh start. Thought the distance would heal the hole in my heart. Packed up the boxes, left the old behind, but your ghost was in the rearview, always on my mind. Unpacked my suitcase, set up the new bed, but your ghost was already there inside my head. It sat on the couch where you'd never sat. It whispered your name, and that was that. I changed the furniture, I painted the walls, but your ghost just laughed at my futile calls. You can't escape me, you said with a grin. I'm not just in the house, I'm under your skin. I'm in every heartbeat, I'm in every breath. I'm the reason you're alive and the reason you're dead. Inside where it matters, where the truth always lies. You can move the furniture, but you can't move my eyes. And I try to leave it at the door, I try to leave it in the past, but the ghost just follows closer and it's following too fast. I can't escape, I cannot run. The shadow of what we've done. The ghost that follows me home is the only one that's never gone. The ghost that follows me home is the ghost of what we were. It's the echo of your laughter and the silence that occurs every time I close my eyes, every time I'm all alone. There you are, the ghost that follows me home. And I can't turn off the light, I can't lock up the door, cause the ghost is already inside and it's been there before. It knows every corner, it knows every room. The ghost that follows me home is the ghost of my doom. Sometimes I wonder if the ghost is you, or the ghost of the man I was before I knew what it felt like to lose, what it felt like to break, what it felt like to make a terrible mistake. And now I'm stuck with the shadow that walks by my side, a constant reminder of the love that I lied about. And I said I was fine when I said I was good, when I said I could move on like I knew that I should. But the ghost knows the truth, it knows every lie. It's the part of my heart that refuses to die. So I'll keep walking forward with the shadow in tow, the ghost that follows me home, the one I used to know. So I stop running, I stop trying to escape. I turn around and I look at the ghost and I say, I know you're the love I lost, you're the man I was, you're the future we could have had, and you're never leaving, are you? The ghost just smiles and shakes its head, and I realize I don't want you to leave, because if you go I'll have nothing left, not even the pain, not even the memory. So stay with me, our beautiful ghost, my heart, my home. Yeah. The ghost that follows me home is on my left. First I came, then let's go. Yeah. You ever cry so hard that you don't even know who you're crying for anymore? Them? Or the person you used to be when they loved you? I've been staring at the pieces, trying to find my reflection in the cracks. Spoiler alert, it ain't there. I'm standing in the bathroom, light is flickering low, staring at the mirror where we used to take it slow. You'd stand behind me, wrap your arms around my waist, and I'd see a version of myself I couldn't erase, a version that was worthy, a version that was whole, a reflection that had purpose, a man with a soul. Now the mirror's on the floor, shattered into bits, and I'm kneeling in the glass, collecting all the hits. Every shot is a memory, every crack is a lie, every splinter is a moment. I watch your love die. I pick up a piece and I see my own eye, but it's distorted, it's twisted. It don't recognize the guy that used to smile in this frame, that used to laugh in this light. Now I'm just a silhouette in the middle of the night, trying to glue the pieces back with tears that never dry. But the mirror don't remember, and neither do I, who I was before the break, who I was before the fall. Now I'm just a silhouette, and I'm facing the wall. Wasted tears on broken mirrors, crying at a ghost, still looking for a reflection that I need the most. But the glass is too shattered, the image is blurred. Every tear that I cry is a wasted word. Wasted tears on broken mirrors, pouring out my soul, trying to fix a picture that'll never be whole. I'm drowning in the fragments, bleeding on the floor. Wasted tears on broken mirrors, and I can't cry no more. And I remember the first crack, it was something I said, a careless word that echoed and bounced around my head. I saw it in your eyes, that flicker of doubt. The glass started splitting and I couldn't block it out. Then came the second fracture, the night I didn't call, when you needed me the most. I just watched you fall into a silence so deep, a void so vast, and I added another crack to the glass. The third one was the biggest, the one I can't forgive. The moment I stopped trying, the moment I wouldn't give, the effort that you gave me, the love that you poured. I just stood there watching, emotionally bored. Now the mirror's on the floor, a crime scene of regret, and I'm the only suspect, the only one in debt. To the image that I shattered, to the face that I broke. Now every time I look for me, I just see the smoke of a fire I ignited, a blaze I couldn't tame, and the reflection that I'm looking for, it don't even know my name. Wasted tears on broken mirrors, crying at a ghost, looking for a reflection that I need the most. But the glass is too shattered, the image is blurred. Every tear that I cry is a wasted word. Wasted tears on broken mirrors, pouring out my soul, trying to fix a picture that'll never be whole. I'm drowning in the fragments, bleeding on the floor. Wasted tears on broken mirrors, and I can't cry no more. What's the point of crying when the mirror can't reflect? What's the point of trying when the image is red? I used to see your love in the glass every day. Now I just see a stranger who threw it all away. And the tears keep falling, but they don't wash the cracks, they just pool on the floor with the rest of the facts. That I broke what was beautiful, I smashed what was true, and now all that's left is a distorted view of a man I don't recognize, a face I can't place. Just a puddle of tears in a shattered space, where your reflection used to live, where our future used to gleam. Now it's just a nightmare, and I'm stuck in the dream. So I stopped crying, I stopped looking 'Cause the truth is, I wasn't in that mirror, you were. And when you left, you took the reflection with you. All that's left now is glass. And the tears. The tears are just proof that I'm still here. Still broken. Still staring in at nothing. Wasted. Yeah. Ooh, wasted. Wasted. I found it yesterday, tucked behind the fridge. All those dates, all those dreams, just ink on paper now. We were so sure. We mapped it out in January, a road map of us. First concert in the spring, the beach trip in July. Every square a promise, a future we could trust. Now I'm staring at the pages, just wondering why. July 4th was for your family, I even bought the plane. October was for Halloween, we carved our faces in. December for the snow, we never feel the pain. Now the only thing that's carved is the hole I'm living in. We had a system, baby, a color-coded dream. Blue for the adventures, red for the days we'd fight. But the red just started bleeding, tearing at the seam, till the blue was just a memory, a ghost of fading light. And the calendar we never finished is hanging on the wall of my mind. All the days we had imagined are the days I'm leaving behind. Every date is just a sentence for a story we can't rewind. The calendar we never finished is the only thing I find. August 12th, that was the day you were supposed to meet my mom. Now it's just the day I replay the moment I love. When comes September 3rd, our anniversary, I had a ring, I had a speech. Now it's just a date that's cursing me, a milestone I'll never reach. We penciled in a future, used an eraser for the doubt. But the more we try to fix it, the more the ink ran out. Now the white space is just screaming a deafening empty sound. And I'm tracing all the lines, but the shape can't be found. And the calendar we never finished is hanging on the wall of my mind. All the days we had imagined are the days I'm leaving behind. Every date is just a sentence for a story we can't rewind. The calendar we never finished is the only thing I find. You know what the worst part is? It's not that we ran out of time, it's that we had so much of it, and we just wasted it. We argued about the small squares when the big picture was right there. And now I'm holding a book of blank pages, wondering if you ever even cared enough to turn one. I flip to December 31st, and I write your name just to feel you close. Then I close the book and I put it back right where I found it. 'Cause some stories just don't get an ending. They say you don't know what you got till it's gone, but I knew the whole time. I just couldn't stop myself. Let me tell you how it feels. I held a hammer, swung it with precision, a demolition expert with a twisted vision. You were the castle, I was the wrecking ball. Watch you crumble, watch you fall. And I told myself it was for your own good. A lie I repeated till I misunderstood my own intentions, my own fear. The voice inside that whispered clear, you don't deserve this, you never did. So burn it down before you're a kid, begging for love that you can't keep. Tear it apart before the wound gets deep, yeah. And you stood there crying, asking me why I couldn't give you a reason, just a lie. I said it's not you, but we both knew it was me, it was always me tearing through. I tore it down by my own hands, the only love I ever understood. I broke the walls, I burned the lands, left nothing but the ash and the could-have-beens, torn down by my own hands. A king who couldn't rule his own lands. I watched you leave, I watched you go, and now I'm standing in the rubble alone. Remember the night you gave me your all? I held it like a grenade, waiting for the fall. I was so scared of losing you, I pushed you away. A self-fulfilling prophecy I couldn't betray. You gave me a trust, I gave you doubt, I gave you reasons to figure me out. But every time you got too close to the flame, I pour cold water, I'd shift the blame. Too good for me, I whisper in the dark, a broken record, a permanent scar. You were the sunrise, I was the storm. I made you cold to keep myself warm. And you begged me to stop, to just let you in. But I was already addicted to the sin of breaking things before they broke me first. The curse I carried, a dying thirst. I tore it down by my own hands, the only love I ever understood. I broke the walls, I burned the lands, left nothing but the ash and the could-have-beens, torn down by my own hands. A king who couldn't rule his own lands. I watched you leave, I watched you go, and now I'm standing in the rubble alone. You asked me once if I was afraid to be happy. I laughed it off, but the truth was so crappy. I was terrified that if I let myself feel, the happiness would be too surreal. And I wake up one day and it all be a dream, a fantasy ripped at the seams. So I did the only thing I knew how. I took the dream and I tore it down before you could leave me. I left you first, a twisted logic, a beautiful curse. So now I'm here in the mess that I made, a monument to the love I betrayed. I walk through the halls of what could have been, haunted by the ghost of you and him. And by him I mean the man I could have been, if I hadn't been so scared to let you in. I was the architect of my own despair, a master builder who didn't care about the foundation, about the trust. I turned your love to a pile of dust, and now I'm sifting through the debris, wondering what the hell is wrong with me. Hey, I tore it down by my own hands, the only love I ever understood. I broke the walls, I burned the lands, left nothing but the ash and the could-have-beens, torn down by my own hands. A king who couldn't rule his own lands. I watched you leave, I watched you go, and now I'm standing in the rubble alone. Yeah, I hope you find somebody who knows how to build instead of destroy, somebody who doesn't look at love like a bomb waiting to go off, I'm sorry I couldn't be that person. I'm sorry I tore it down with my own hands. Yeah. They say you don't know what you got till it's gone. But I knew the whole damn time. I just didn't know how to stop the clock. Check the list, item 1 was a ghost in the house. Always present, never there, just a voice on the couch. You'd be talking about your day, I'd be nodding, but my mind was a million miles away. In a war I couldn't find a way to win, so I just let the silence be the crown. I wore it like a king who let his whole kingdom drown. Add 'em to the apologies, they came a little too late. Like a fireman with a hose at the gates of a burned estate. I was a master of the I'm sorry, a poet of regret. But words are just confetti when the real damage has been said. They land on the floor, empty, hollow and cheap, while you were in the bedroom, crying yourself to sleep. And I keep a checklist of failures in the pocket of my soul. Every crossed out line's another story I can't control. From the first time I made you question if I even cared, to the final time you left and my whole world was just scared. Just a broken man with a pen, counting sins on his hand, trying to write a happy ending. But I don't understand how to fix the things I've broken, how to find the words I've choked on. It's a checklist of failures and I'm the one who wrote them. Item 3, the little things, the ones I used to do. Remember when I leave you notes, now I'm just a statue in the corner of our life, a monument to almost. Remember when I held your hand, now I just hold a ghost. Item 4, the jealousy, the ugly petty fights. I was a detective looking for crimes and all the lights that shine on you from other men. I saw a threat in every glance. Now I'm just the loser who never gave you half a chance to be the person that you were, the one I fell in love with. I was so scared of losing you, I pushed you till you'd had it. Item 5's the biggest one, the one I can't erase. The look upon your face when you finally saw the space between the man I pretended to be and the man you saw in me, and realized that the future was a place you'd never be. 'Cause I keep a checklist of failures in the pocket of my soul. Every crossed out line's another story I can't control. From the first time I made you question if I even cared, to the final time you left and my whole world was just scared. Just a broken man with a pen, counting sins on his hand, trying to write a happy ending. But I don't understand how to fix the things I've broken, how to find the words I've choked on. It's a checklist of failures and I'm the one who wrote them. And I know I should have been your shield, not another wound to heal. Should have been the fire in the cold, not a story left untold. Now I'm reading through the list with every entry that I missed, and the final item's always you and what I put you through. It's you I put you through. So item 6 is letting go. Not because I want to, but because keeping you here is just another item on my list. And my list is full. My list is the only thing I have left. And it's the only thing that's ever been completely honest with me. Check. They say a change of scenery is good for the soul, so I packed my bags. I left the old streets behind. I found a new apartment, a new view, a new skyline. But the skyline looks the same when you're looking through tears, and the streets all lead back to you. No matter where I go, the ache follows. Let's go. I moved to a new city, thought I'd leave you behind. Thought the miles would erase you from my mind. I found a little apartment with a window to the east, so I could watch the sunrise and pretend I found my peace. But the sun don't shine the same when you're not by my side, and the coffee don't taste right no matter how I try. I walk through these new streets, I learn all the names, but every corner feels like a game of memory and loss of what I used to have. Now I'm just a stranger in a city that's sad. I see your face in every crowd, you laugh in every sound. Your ghost is in the taxi that I'm taking around this new town, these new walls, this new life I built. But the foundation is cracked and I feel the guilt of bringing you with me when I swore I'd let you go. Now I'm just a man in a city that don't know. And I thought the new streets would heal me. I thought the new sights would feel free. But the ache is the same, it's the same, just a different postcard, a different frame. I can change the view, I can change the sound, but I can't change the weight that I carry around. New city, the same ache. I changed my dress, but I can't shake the memory of you in every place. A new city, your same face. I walk these streets, I breathe this air, but your ghost is following everywhere. I can run, I can hide, I can try to escape, but a new city don't change the ache. No, a new city don't change the ache. No, a new city don't change the ache. I found a little cafe where I go every day. I sit in the corner and I watch the people play their lives, their loves, their stories unfold, while I'm just a man who's feeling old and cold and lost and so damn alone. Even in a city where I'm far from home, but home ain't a place. I learned that too late. Home was your arms, home was your fate. Now I'm just a wanderer in a brand new scene, trying to convince myself that I'm finally clean of the love that stained me, the love that marked my soul, my heart, my every dark corner. But the stain don't wash away with a new zip code or a new display of furniture, photos of a life rearranged. The ache is the same, it never changed, it just wears a new coat, a new disguise, but I can see through it with my tired eyes. Different post, got a different frame. I can change the view, I can change the sound, but I can't change the weight that I carry around. A new city, the same ache. I changed my dress, but I can't shake the memory of you in every place. New city, your same face. I walk these streets, I breathe this air, but your ghost is following everywhere. I can run, I can hide, I can try to escape, but a new city don't change the ache. No, a new city don't change the ache. No, a new city don't change the ache. Sometimes I wonder if I'll ever find a place where your memory can rewind to the moment I lost you, the moment I fell into a pit of a self-made hell. I thought if I ran far enough, fast enough, wide, I could leave the ache on the other side, but the ache is inside, it's part of my bones. It's the echo that lives in my favorite songs. It's the silence at night when the city is still, and I'm just a man on a windowsill, watching the lights of a world that moves on while I'm stuck in the moment that you were gone. And I realize now with a heavy sigh that no matter how far I go, I can't deny that the ache is the same, it's the only thing true. A new city don't change what I feel for you. So I stopped running, I stopped trying to find a place where the pain can't reach, because the pain is not in the street, it's not in the apartment, it's not in the city, it's in me. matter where I go, I'm still the one who lost you. I'm still the one who broke. I'm still the one who loves you. From a new city with the same age, and that's the only truth I know. That in the sound of traffic and the silence of my heart. They say right where you know. So I wrote about you. I wrote about us. I wrote about the moment it all fell apart. And you know what? The words are beautiful, but I'm still bleeding. Let's go. I put my pain on paper, I bleed it out in prose. Every line a wound that I can't stop from overflowing. I'm a poet of the broken, a scribe of the depressed. I write about the love I lost, I write about the stress of watching you walk out the door in perfect slow motion, while I'm sitting with a pen, drowning in the ocean of memories and metaphors, similes and rhymes. I can craft a tragedy that stands the test of time, but the ink don't stop the bleed and the verses don't repair the hole you left inside me, the silence in the air. I can paint a picture with my words so clear and bright that anyone who reads it could almost feel the night you said goodbye, the night my world went dark. But the words are just a band-aid on a wound that's leaving a mark, a scar that I keep open with every stanza I write. Because if I stop writing, then I gotta face the light, and the light don't show the beauty, the light just shows the truth, that I'm bleeding out in prose, and my cake ain't no youth. Bleeding out in prose, pouring out my soul. Every word a hemorrhage, every line a hole. I can make it rhyme, I can make it sing, but the paper don't feel nothing, the paper don't bring you back to my arms, you back to my chest. I'm bleeding out in prose and I can't get no rest. The prettiest pain that you'll ever read, but the words won't save me, the words won't plead for a second chance, for a different end. I'm bleeding out in prose and I can't pretend. I wrote about your eyes like they were galaxies. I wrote about your touch like it was meant for me. I wrote about the future like it was a guarantee, but the ink ran dry and you set your spirit free. I wrote about the arguments, the silent treatments too, the nights I lay awake and thought about what I could do to fix the broken pieces, to mend the shattered glass. But the words just piled up and the moment passed. Now I got notebooks full of everything I should have said. Ink-stained fingers, a heavy heart, and a fog inside my head. I got stanzas dedicated to the love we used to make, and verses that describe the way my heart began to break. I got a rhyme for every tear, a metaphor for pain, a simile for loneliness, a hook for the rain. But the rain still falls and the tears still come, and the words just echo in a kingdom that's become a graveyard of emotion, a museum of regret. I'm grading out in prose and I ain't finished yet, cause the pen is my addiction, the page is my confessional, but no amount of writing makes this pain professional. Bleeding out in prose, pouring out my soul. Every word a hemorrhage, every line a hole. I can make it rhyme, I can make it sing, but the paper don't feel nothing, the paper don't bring you back to my arms, you back to my chest. I'm bleeding out in prose and I can't get no rest. The prettiest pain can't pretend. And sometimes I wonder if you'll ever read this, if you'll ever see the words I bleed with, if you'll ever understand the depth of the ache, or if the lines will just be another mistake, another piece of paper you'll crumple and toss, another reminder of the love that you lost. But I keep writing, keep bleeding, keep pouring it out, 'cause it's the only way I know how to shout into the void, into the dark, into the silence you left. A poet with a broken heart, a man who's bereft of the only muse that ever made him feel alive. Now I'm just a writer trying to survive. So this is my legacy. Not a love story, but a breakup story told in beautiful language. Every word is a wound. Every rhyme is a scar. And I keep bleeding. 'Cause if I stop, I'll have to face the silence. And the silence is louder than any poem I could ever write. So I'll keep bleeding out in prose till the ink runs out. Or till I run out of blood. Yeah. Bleeding out, bleeding out, bleeding out. Yeah. They say you gotta love yourself before you love somebody else. But what if the person you're fighting is the only person you've ever known? What then? Let's go. I'm fighting a war with no enemy inside. Just me, myself, and I in a ring every night. No referee, no bell, no knockout, no win. Just round after round of me losing to him. The version in the mirror, he's been talking a lot, telling me I'm worthless, telling me I'm not good enough to keep you, strong enough to stand. He's got a fist full of doubt and a plan to expand every doubt in my mind, every fear in my chest. He knows all my weaknesses, he gives me a rest. He points at my failures like a highlight reel, makes me live the moment I made you feel like you were second place to the chaos in my head, like you were fighting shadows of the man I left for dead. And the worst part is he's right. He's got all the proof, all the facts, all the spite. I can't block his punches 'cause they come from inside. I'm fighting a losing battle and there's nowhere to hide. I'm fighting a losing battle with myself. I'm swinging at the ghost of my own mental health. I'm ducking and weaving but I can't avoid the damage I've done to my own self-employed. As the architect of pain, the builder of the wreck, the captain of the ship that I just drove to the depths. I'm bleeding on the floor but there's no one else to blame. I'm fighting a losing battle and I've forgotten my name. to agree, 'cause the only battle I'm winning is the one against. I'm fighting a losing battle with myself. I'm swinging at the ghost of my own mental health. I'm ducking and weaving, but I can't avoid the damage I've done to my own self-employed. As the architect of pain, the builder of the wreck, the captain of the ship that I just drove to the depths. I'm bleeding on the floor, but there's no one else to blame. I'm fighting a losing battle, and I've forgotten my name. And I used to think if I could just beat him, the voice in my head, the one that's so mean, I could finally love you the way that you need, without all the poison, without all the greed. But I can't kill him, he's part of my bones. He's the echo that lives in my favorite songs. He's the reason I push, he's the reason I run. He's the reason I told you my love was just done. Before you could leave me, I left you first. A self-fulfilling prophecy, a rehearsed curse. Now I'm standing in the mirror face to face with the only man who's ever won this race. And he's smiling, 'cause he knew all along that fighting a losing battle was my only song. So I put down my fists, I stopped the fight, I let the silence wash over me. And for the first time, I look at the man in the mirror, and I say, you win. Not because I give up, but because I'm tired. I'm so tired of fighting myself, when all I ever wanted was to fight for you. But you're gone now, and he's still here. So I guess I'm the only one I have left to lose. Checkmate. Yeah, checkmate. Yeah, they say we all have demons. Well, what if your demons are just versions of yourself? The man you should have been, the man you could have been, the man you were before you let him down. I built this haunted house, brick by brick, mistake by mistake, and now I'm living in it with the ghosts I made. Let's go. I walk these empty hallways and I hear them in the walls, the whispers of the man I was before I took the falls. He's there in every mirror, he's there in every frame, the version of myself that didn't die from the shame. I see him at the kitchen table laughing with your ghost. I see him in the bedroom holding you the most. I see him in the photographs that I can't better view, the man I used to be before I became the new. Broken, battered, beaten down, a shadow of the past. He looks at me with pity like he knows it couldn't last. You had it all, he whispers, you had it in your hands. Now you're just a stranger in a house of broken plans. And I can't argue back, 'cause he's right, he's always right. He's a ghost of who I was before I lost the fight, before I let the doubt creep in, before I let you go. He's the ghost I can't escape, the one I used to know. And the worst part is he ain't angry, he ain't vengeful, he's just disappointed, like a father watching his son fail. And that hurts more than any scream, 'cause he knows what I threw away was there. He lived it, and now he just watches me drown. These are the ghosts of my own making. They live in the silence, they live in the shaking of my hands when I reach for the phone. But there's nobody home, there's nobody home, 'cause I killed them all with my foolish pride. Now I'm haunted by the man who died inside of me the day you left. Now I'm just a soul bereft. shadow in the light. The man I should have been, the one who stood and fought the fight. He's got your hand in his, he's got the future we could have. He's living out the dreams I killed with every side I have. Of my heart that couldn't trust, my mind that couldn't see a future where I loved you the way you needed me. He's holding you in ways I'll never hold you now. He's making all the promises I never knew how to keep, to hold, to cherish, to protect with all his might. He's the man I could have been if I just saw the light before the darkness swallowed me, before I let you slip. He's got the ring I never bought, the words I never let slip from my lips. He's got the courage that I never could find, and every time I see his face I lose a piece of my mind. Cause he's the ghost of what could be, the ghost of what I lost, and every night I pay the price, every night I pay the cost. And the worst part is he ain't angry either. He's just living the life I gave up, living the love I surrendered. And I can't even hate him, cause he's everything I wish I was. These are the ghosts of my own making. They live in the silence, they live in the shaking of my hands when I reach for the phone. But there's nobody home, there's nobody home. Cause I killed them all with my foolish pride. Now I'm haunted by the man who died inside of me the day you left. Now I'm just a soul bereft of the love I took for granted, the life I threw away. These ghosts of my own making are here to stay. Yeah, these ghosts, yeah, these ghosts. And there's one more ghost I gotta face, the one who lives in every empty space. The ghost of the man I am right now, the one who's still alive but don't know how to break the cycle, to stop the hunt. He's the ghost that's always there, the one I can't daunt. He's sitting in the corner, staring at the wall, wondering how he let it all just fall. And he looks at me with empty eyes and says, you built this house of lies with every choice, with every turn. Now watch the whole damn thing burn, and I can't look away, I can't escape. He's the ghost of my current shape, the man I am, the man I'll be, the ghost that's haunting me is me. So I walk these halls alone, surrounded by the ghosts I made. And there's the man I could have been and I should have played. And me and I discover you beautiful these shoes, make you easy to It's 3 a.m. again. My mind is running laps, but my heart clocked out a long time ago. Let's go. My head is a battleground, my chest is a ghost town. One's overthinking everything, the other just shut down. I got thoughts like a swarm of bees, they buzzing in my brain. And a hollow where my heartbeat used to live, it's just a cave. I'm carrying the weight of every word I never said, a skull full of regrets and a ribcage full of lead. You left and I ain't slept, I just replay the tape of your last goodbye. It echoes, I can't escape. My pillow knows my tears, my empty bed of bone and skin and failure, where all my hope is dead. Heavy head, empty chest, that's the math of my life. One part war, one part boy, both cutting like a knife. I think too much about the past, can't feel a single thing. I'm a king without a kingdom, a bird without a wing. Heavy head, empty chest, it's a hell of a cost. One mind full of everything, one heart that's totally lost. I'm a paradox in motion, a contradiction in pain, running circles in my skull while my chest just fills with rain. Let me atomize the noise that's banging in my skull. Every what if, every shoulda, every punch that's pulling dull. I remember your perfume, I remember your laugh now. My memory's a prison and I'm serving a life raft of guilt and self-destruction. I'm captain of the wreck. I built the ship that sank us. I broke my own damn neck, trying to look the other way, trying to act like I was fine while you were drowning slowly in the silence I designed. Now I'm a purple wave every second that ticks by. The clock is laughing at me and I can't even cry. My eyes are dry, my throat is tight, my fists are clenched in vain. Cause my head screams fight for her, but my chest just feels the strain of a hollow so enormous it could swallow up the moon. And the only thing that's heavier is knowing it's too soon. Too soon to try and fix it, too late to start again. Just a heavy head that hates itself and a chest that's lost its friend. Heavy head, empty chest, that's the math of my life. One part war, one part both cutting like a knife. I think too much about the past, can't feel a single thing. I'm a king without a kingdom, a bird without a wing. Heavy head, empty chest, it's a hell of a cost. One mind full of everything, one heart that's totally lost. I'm a paradox in motion, a contradiction in pain, running circles in my skull while my chest just fills with rain. They say the heart wants what it wants, but my head wants to understand why it's gone. And my chest just wants to feel the weight of your palm one more time. Instead, I'm stuck with the weight of my palm pressing against my forehead, begging for calm, but the head keeps winning and the chest keeps sinning. By being so empty, it's a sin. I'm still living, so I carry it, this boulder in my skull, this black hole in my ribs, and I walk through my days with a limp in my soul. People ask if I'm okay, I just point up to my head, then down to my heart, and I say, heavy head, empty chest. That's my address now, that's my home. And you took the keys with you. Yeah, yeah. I told you it wasn't your fault, I told you I understood, I told you I forgave you, and I meant it, I really did. But every night when I'm alone with the silence, there's a voice that won't let me off the hook, and it sounds a lot like me. Let's go. I forgave you for the leaving, I forgave you for the lies, I forgave you for the moments you looked me in the eyes and told me that you loved me when your heart was already gone. I forgave you for the weakness, I forgave you for the dawn that broke upon our castle, that crumbled all our walls. I forgave you for the silence, I forgave you for the calls. You never made the text, you never sent the love you couldn't give. I forgave you for the life we lost, I forgave you for forgive. But the one I can't forgive is staring in the mirror felt too tough. I forgave you with a kiss, I forgave you with a prayer, I forgave you with a smile and a take good care. But I turned around and punched the man I saw in the glass for every single moment that I let the moment pass. When I could've held you tighter, when I could've been a man, when I could've fought for us instead of just understand that you were hurting too, that you were just as scared. But I forgave you everything and left myself impaired. I forgave you, but not me. I set you free, but I kept the key to a prison made of guilt and shame. I forgave your name, but I won't do the same for the man in the mirror, the man I see. I forgave you, but not me. You get to walk away and heal, but I'm stuck here keeping it real with the voice that says I failed. I forgave you, but not me. I prevailed in loving you, but losing myself. Now I'm just a ghost on a shelf. I remember how you cried when you said you had to go, and I held you in my arms and told you I know. I told you that I understood, that I held no grudge, that I'd always love you, that I couldn't begrudge you the freedom that you needed, the space to find your peace. I kissed your forehead gently and I whispered release. You looked at me with grateful eyes, relieved that I could see that sometimes love ain't enough, sometimes you gotta be free. And I meant every word I said, I meant it from my heart. I wanted you to heal, I wanted you to start a new chapter without me, a story without pain. And I was glad that you could leave without a trace of strain. But the second that the door closed, the second you were gone, I turned to face the mirror and the real war came on. Look what you did, it whisper, look how you let her down. You couldn't be her anchor, you couldn't be her crown. You pushed her to the edge, you made her feel so small. You're the reason that she left, you're the reason for it all. And I couldn't argue back, cause the mirror knew the truth. I gave you all my mercy, but I gave my soul no roof. I forgave you, but not me. I set you free, but I kept the key to a prison made of guilt and shame. I forgave your name, but I won't do the same for the man in the mirror, the man I see. I forgave you, but not me. You get to walk away and heal, but I'm stuck here keeping it real with the voice that says I failed. I forgave you, but not me. I prevailed in loving you, but losing myself. Now I'm just a ghost on a shelf. And I know you tell me to forgive myself. If you could see me now, you'd say let go, don't dwell. You'd say I don't blame you, I never did. But that's cause you're kind and I'm just a kid in a man's body, still learning the game, still carrying the weight of forgotten name. I gave you absolution, I gave you a pass, but I'm still serving a sentence in a prison of glass, where the walls are my doubts and the bars are my fears. And I can't escape the truth that's been here for years. I was never the villain, but I wasn't the hero. I was just the man who let his love go to zero. And you forgave that, you forgave me whole, but I can't forgive the man who lost his own soul, trying to hold on to yours, trying to hold on tight. Fighting a war that I can never win tonight. So I'll keep your forgiveness in my pocket. I'll carry it like a badge of honor, and I'll let you walk away free and clear. With me, I'll flee. This isn't a maid who let you go, the man who still left you, and the man who went now home. Oh, forgive himself. I forgave you, but not me. It's funny, I still check my phone for your name, like a habit I can't break. A ghost in my machine, let me tell you about it. I built a whole world inside your silhouette, a kingdom made of lies, but I ain't seen it yet. Every word you spoke was a brick in the wall. I was painting all the colors, you were letting it fall. You had a smile like a sunrise, warm on my skin, but the warmth was just a warning of the storm coming in. I was a believer, you were a magician, pulling love out of thin air, a beautiful vision. And I was a fool who paid for the show, didn't know the final act was watching you go. Loving you was a ghost story, a chilling tale I tell for the glory of a pain that I can't leave behind. Haunted by love I thought was mine. Loving you was a ghost story, now I'm just a page, torn and lonely in a book you close and put on the shelf. I'm just a spirit screaming to myself. Remember the spot, the corner booth by the light. Now it's just a hollow space. Every single night I chase your name in the dust on the glass, a seance for a feeling that I know will never last. You were a cipher, a beautiful code. I cracked my heart in half to carry a load, and you just walked through walls like they weren't even there, leaving me with nothing but the chill in the air. I keep replaying the last thing you said, a whisper so cold it wakes me up in my bed. Oh, loving you was a ghost story, a chilling tale I tell for the glory of a pain that I can't leave behind. Haunted by a love I thought was mine. Loving you was a ghost story, now I'm just a page, torn and lonely in a book you close and put on the shelf. I'm just a spirit screaming to myself, and I'm the fool who tries to call your name in a house where no one's listening. You were a flicker, a beautiful flame, now I'm just the ash that's glistening. I should've known the silence was the scariest part, 'cause a ghost doesn't have a beating heart, and I gave you mine, piece by piece. Now I'm just a hollow, walking the streets, so I walk through the city where we used to be, a phantom in the crowd that nobody can see. I see your face in every window pane, a flash of a memory, a flood of the pain. You were the worst kind of beautiful lie, the one that makes you question if you even survived. You were a lesson, but I failed the test, 'cause I still let you haunt me, put my heart to the rest, just to feel you again, just to hear you pretend that the love that we had wasn't just a dead end. 'Cause loving you was a ghost story, a chilling tale I tell for the glory of a pain that I can't leave behind. Haunted by a love I thought was mine. Loving you was a ghost story, now I'm just a page, torn and lonely in a book you close and put on the shelf. I'm just a spirit screaming to myself. Yeah, just a ghost in the machine. I hope you're happy in your new house. I hope it's not as empty as the one you left me in. But I guess you wouldn't even feel it anyway, would you? Would you? I got a question. You ever forgive the one who holds the knife? Or do you just bleed out? Yeah. I lit the match and watched the whole thing burn. a lesson I refused to learn. You were the calm, I was the storm. You offered me your heart, I kept it lukewarm. I was too busy fighting shadows in my head to see the real love lying in my bed. You gave me every reason to believe, but I was too afraid to ever receive. And now I'm standing in the wreckage with the smoke still in my chest, cursing out my own reflection, 'cause I know who failed the test. And I'm my own worst enemy, the one who set the fire, the one who let it be. You were the one I wanted to hold, but I turned your love to bitter cold. I'm my own worst enemy, the voice inside that wouldn't set you free. I built the cage, I threw the key. Now I'm alone and it's all on me. I replay the texts I should have sent, the moments I was dissed and the time I spent running from a feeling that was pure and true, 'cause I was so damn scared of what it could do. You had the key to every lock, but I kept changing the code around the clock. You were the sunshine breaking through the gray, but I was the rain that washed it all away. I sabotaged the only thing that felt like home. Now I'm a king with nothing left to own, and I can't even blame the devil when it was my own hand on the trigger. I made my peace with being lonely. Now I'm the only one who's left to figure it out. I'm worse enemy, the one who set the fire, the one who let it be. You were the one I wanted to hold, but I turned your love to bitter cold. I'm my own worst enemy, the voice inside that wouldn't set you free. I built the cage, I threw the key. Now I'm alone and it's all on me. You asked me what I was so afraid of, and I couldn't give you the truth. I was terrified that if you really saw me, you'd see I wasn't worth the proof. So I pushed you out before you could leave, an act of cowardice I still believe. And now the silence is my only friend, a punishment that never seems to end. So I walk through the halls of my own design, a haunted house where I'm the only one who's blind to the fact that I did this. I broke what we had, I took a perfect picture and I burned it to ash. You were a miracle I couldn't accept. I was too busy waiting for the other shoe to step on everything we built, everything we made. Now I'm just a ghost in the life I betrayed, and I would take it all back, every word, every fight, if I could just hold you one more time in the light. But I'm my own worst enemy, the one who set the fire, the one who let it be. You were the one I wanted to hold, but I turned your love to bitter cold. I'm my own worst enemy, the voice inside that wouldn't set you free. I built the cage, I threw the key. Now I'm alone and it's all on me. Yeah, it's all on me. It was always on me. I hope you find somebody who doesn't run from the light, somebody who isn't afraid of the dark, like me. You always ask me what was wrong, but how do you explain a war when you're the only one who knows it's happening? Let me try. You saw the smile but never never saw the way. I got good at faking early, that was my fate. Painted on a happiness that never felt real, while inside I was learning how to bleed and to heal. At the same damn time, it's a dangerous game when your mind is a battlefield and you're the one to blame. You'd hold my hand and say I'm here for you, but how could you fix what you never knew? I was a masterpiece of broken glass, a beautiful disaster that was built to collapse. And you traced the lines upon my skin, looking for the damage I kept within. But the deepest cuts were never on display, they were buried in the words I couldn't say. These are the scars you can't see, the ones that bleed internally. Every night I fight a ghost that you can never get the closest to. The scars you can't see are the ones that set me free from hoping you could understand the war that's raging in this man. Remember the nights I go quiet and still? You thought I was distant, you thought it was chill, but I was drowning in a silence so loud, 100 voices screaming underneath the cloud. Dog of a childhood I never got to escape, a trauma that took on a permanent shape. You asked me to open up, let you in, but some doors are locked from the damage within. I was terrified that if you saw the real me, you run for the hills and you finally see that I wasn't perfect, I wasn't whole, just a broken boy with a damaged soul. You kiss the scars that you could trace, but the ugliest ones have no physical face. They're the echoes of a father who never stayed, and a mother whose love was a debt never paid. These are the scars you can't see, the ones that bleed internally. Every night I fight a ghost that you can never get the closest to. These are the scars you can't see, are the ones that set me free from hoping you could understand the war that's raging in this man. And maybe that's why I pushed you away, not because I didn't love you, but because I knew you deserved more than a broken man trying to be whole. I was a puzzle with missing pieces, a promise that never ceases to break itself before it starts. I gave you my body but never my heart, because my heart was too damaged to trust, too afraid it would turn into dust. So I let you go, let you find your light, while I stay behind in my endless night. You were the sun, I was the moon, always destined to end too soon. I hope you found someone who's not afraid to love you fully, to be unafraid of the darkness that lives inside a man. I hope he gives you everything I never can, 'cause I'm still fighting, still bleeding, still a warrior with a broken will. And every time I think I'm finally free, we remember the scars you'll never see. These are the scars you can't see, the ones that bleed internally. Every night I fight a ghost that you can never get the closest to. These are the scars you can't see, are the ones that set me free from hoping you could understand the war that's raging in this man. Yeah. You asked me once what I was so afraid of. I couldn't tell you then, but now I know. I was afraid you'd see the scars you can't see, and you'd realize I was never worth saving. used to think love could fix anything. That's the lie they sell you in the movies. But some things break so deep. There ain't no glue in the world that can put them back. I'm standing in the wreckage of a house we used to build, brick by brick, stone by stone, with a future we fulfilled. In our dreams, in our plans, in the late night conversations. Now I'm just a contractor of painful revelations. The roof caved in the moment that I let my guard down and showed you all my demons, let them run all over town. You try to patch the leaks, you try to hold the walls, but I kept adding pressure, I kept causing new falls. Now the foundation's fractured, the windows all are shattered, and all the pretty promises are scattered, torn and tattered. I'm looking at the blueprint, I'm looking at the mess, and I'm realizing sadly that there ain't no way to finesse. It's back to what it was. You can't unbreak a bone, you can't unspill the whiskey, you can't unfeel alone. I wish I had a hammer, I wish I had some nails, but all I have is hindsight. The damage is done, it's already rolled. Can't erase the past with a desperate note. I can scream your name till my voice is gone, but the damage is done, the damage is done. I can paint a picture of a better man, draw a future perfect with a steady hand. But the canvas is ripped and the colors all run, 'cause the damage is done, the damage is done. Let me tell you about the moments that I wish I could rewind. Every time I chose my pride and left your heart behind. Every time I raised my voice when I should've held you close. Every time I made you feel like you were just a dose of medicine I needed, not a person that I loved. I was taking you for granted, pushing you and shoving all your love into a corner, all your trust into a grave. Now I'm standing at the headstone of the life I couldn't save. I remember how your eyes looked when the hope began to fade, like a candle in a hurricane, a promise unmade. And I watched it flicker, watched it die, and I did nothing at all. Just stood there like a statue, watching your love fall into a pit of silence, into a well of doubt. Now I'm screaming down the echo, but there's no one to pull out, because I broke the rope that held you, I cut the safety line, and the damage I created is a permanent design. The damage is done, it's already wrote. Can't erase the past with a desperate note. I can scream your name till my voice is gone, but the damage is done, the damage is done. I can paint a picture of a better man, draw a future perfect with a steady hand. The canvas is ripped and the colors all run, 'cause the damage is done, the damage is done. And you asked me once, do you even care? And I lied and said of course, but my actions were a different language, and they spoke with so much force. Now I'm fluent in regret, I speak it every night. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, but it don't make it right. 'Cause sorry is a band-aid on a bullet wound. Sorry is a whisper in a silent room. Sorry is the last thing that you heard from me before you walked away and set your own heart free. And I can't blame you, no, I can't blame you now. You did what I could never do, you saved yourself somehow. So this is where it ends, not with a bang, but with the quiet click of a door that'll never open again. I look in my hands, they built this mess, and I look in my heart, it's just collateral. The damage is done, and the only thing left to do is living in